Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought that I'd just do a little hello to you saying thank you for tuning in. Please like my videos if you do like them and try and stick with it. Things may not seem easy or natural to start with, but it just takes time to get a little bit of momentum. We all have it. Today I'll be doing just a couple of leg series, a bar leg series that you can do anytime in your own time, and breaking down just a couple of yoga moves just to make it a little bit more accessible for everyone. Ooh, I'm in the light there. So thank you so much for tuning in yet again, and I hope you enjoy. Bye-bye. Welcome my friends to a very, very simple ab workout, fast but pretty strong. You're going to lie on your back, cross one ankle over the other, legs extended in front of you. Make a basket with your hands behind your head. As you exhale, one knee goes into your chest as you just lift your head, neck and shoulders. Now imagine that your rib cage is rolling in towards the knee rather than your head crunching. So your head is just coming along for the journey but stays heavy in your hands. Knee in, knee in. So keep the bottom leg extended. Exhale as you lift the chest towards your knee. Point the toes. Long body, head is heavy. Swap sides. Other ankle across. Exhale as you squeeze your rib cage down towards your navel. That's a really good tip for any kind of sit up away from the floor. Remember, you're working against gravity. So we want our head to be as heavy as possible and for our abdominal wall to do the work. Take an exhale, it changes the shape of your diaphragm, changes the way the abdomen works. Keep a space between your chin and your chest. Keep exhaling, chest towards me. Smile. I know it hurts. This time, you're slightly bending your knees, flexing your feet. One leg lifts into an open knee, pointed toe, and then just doesn't touch the floor. It extends out to your side straight. So we're bending the knee in, and then extending it like a little dial out to the diagonal. So you're exhaling, lifting chest towards that externally rotated knee. And inhale as you bring the head, neck and shoulders down. Let's take opposite hand outside the opposite ankle. Reach for it, little pulses. Keep exhaling as you twist opposite rib towards that leg. This time, the leg is just going to make little points out to your side. You're going to keep as stable as you can on the floor with your body and your pelvis. We swap sides. Other leg comes into a little external rotation as you lift the chest towards that leg. So it's just like you've done a little attitude in your leg. And then it extends out to the side. It can touch the floor or it may not want to touch the floor. We're trying to get as many angles as we can to access those corset muscles in your lower belly. Opposite hand outside opposite shin or ankle, tiny little pulses, pulsing that rib towards its opposite hip. Sounds complicated, but it's not. This time, we're just going to kick the leg out to your side. Again, it's on a diagonal. The rest of the body stays as quiet as possible. Head can be down or up. Let's extend the legs to the sky. They don't have to be as straight as this. They can be bent. As you breathe out, lift your elbows round your back. Keep your legs up, keep them bent or angle them slightly forwards. Take your hands around your head again. We're going to breathe in and send the feet a few inches away from you. And your exhale is going to bring the legs back in. Don't reach them to the floor, just a couple of inches, just like me, just small. Your lower belly exhaling towards the floor is dragging your legs in. The rest of the body is quiet. You're exhaling through your mouth as you bring the legs in. This is the way to access your lower abdominal wall. It's not about the legs moving. Just give yourself a little rest, maybe arch the spine a couple of times, hug the knees in a couple of times. You can do that as many times as you like. Just a lovely quickie abdominal burst before we work on some legs. Hug the knees. Turn onto one side of your body. Lift the toes away from the floor. You're resting on your elbow. Pull your ribs away from the floor and we're just doing little clams, opening the top knee to the sky. Pull your ribs away from the floor, long spine, and we're not rocking that top hip back. We're keeping it nice and still to work your buttocks. Extend the leg on a diagonal, point it, and then bend it again. It's a challenge to keep it externally rotated. This is the challenge here. Draw your ribs away from the floor. Keep that top leg externally rotating. Keep the hips nice and open. And this time, we're just going to invert the leg, touch the knees, and then touch the toes. It's kind of bouncy here. And the challenge is that your waistline is still pulling away from the floor. Looks easy, but it's pretty challenging for your outer seat. Good, and extend and bend. This time we're extending top leg to the sky and then placing it on the bottom. Push that top hip long and you'll feel your ribs move away from the floor. We are tapping the toe and the heel, the toe and the heel. You're rotating the leg in its own socket. That's it, long straight leg, hips are level, try not to let that waistline sag, and keep breathing. We're going to hold that leg just above the bottom one, turn the toes down, dial that leg down, and it's tiny lifts, poke a straight leg, lifting through the heel, try not to bend at the knee. Send the leg behind you, you're reaching almost like an arabesque. Reach the chest, reach the leg behind you, tiny pulses as you lift the leg, lift, lift. You'll feel your glutes engaged. You can stop the video and do this as many times as you like. Breathe. And as we bring the top leg over, you're kind of rolling onto your back. A bit of Jane Fonda here. Support yourself with your elbow and your hand. We're squeezing our inner thighs together in a scissor. They may not be as straight as this. They can be bent. It's totally fine. Exhale as you squeeze. Inner thighs, right? Hard to access. Bring the bottom leg to the floor, roll the top leg over. Here we go for our finale. Make a fist with the top hand, lift your hips up. Tap everything down, lift up, tap down, lift and tap, lift and tap down. Both outer seats are working. Now just the leg is going to tap down, lift, lift, tap, tap, lift, lift. Modifiers, keep your hips on the floor, lift, lift. Now flex that foot, you're going to extend it alongside the body. Now punch everything out, punch the hand, punch the foot, press, bend, press, bend, press, bend, press. Keep with it, stay with it, and release. And cross that top leg over to stretch out the buttock that we just contracted and worked. Breathe into a little twist, or do anything you like here. I like to hug the knee in, stretch the fascia of the buttock here. Maybe open the chest, hands behind you, lift your hips, take a deep breath in. And exhale all the way down. I love to have a little chest opener here. Good, only release the chin back if it feels okay before we move to our other side. Again, lift the feet away from the floor, lie on the other elbow this time, pull the ribs away, and open the top knee to the sky. Keep the hips as still as possible so you're using your glute to lift the knee open. Get rid of any fluff. This time we're tapping the knees, then the toes, the knees. Now you can't see here, but it's actually quite a big invert here, because what it does is it challenges you to keep your pelvis as quiet as possible. And touch the knee and the toe and the knee and the toe. Extend the leg on that diagonal, then bend it and tap the toes. Again, your top leg is externally rotating to the sky, but our hips are facing forwards. This is the challenge. Extend both legs, flex your feet, slide your top leg long, and we're tapping the toe and the heel, the toe and the heel, rotating the leg in its socket, keeping that top hip as quiet as possible. Now pull your ribs away from the floor, long spine, look down if your neck is bothering you, and from here turn the heel up and it's tiny little lifts. Poke a straight top leg, lead with the heel, little lifts, make it tiny, tiny, tiny. And then as you almost roll onto the front of your body, you reach arm long into an arabesque, point your back toes, and this time our glute is taking over as our leg lifts, and again in tiny little pulses. Just see if you can access that glute, long spine. Try not to crunch the shoulders here. Lovely, good. And as we roll almost onto our back now, a little bit of Jane Fonda, we're going to see if we can squeeze our inner thighs. Squeeze that bottom leg towards the top in a scissor action, inner thighs. Lovely strength workout for those inner thighs here. Bend your bottom leg, roll towards me. Your top leg is in front of you. Lift the hips, tap everything down. Lift, tap everything down. Lift, tap everything down. And tap everything down. Good. Tap, tap foot, lift, lift foot. Tap, tap, lift, lift. You can keep your hips on the floor if you're modifying. Otherwise, see if you can keep those hips lifted. And then extend the leg long. Let's bend, press everything. Punch it out. Punch out all that aggression. Press, bend, press. And release. Take a breath. Hug the knee into the chest before you go anywhere and feel that lovely stretch. Let go of any tension now. I always like to stretch after I do a little bit of a ab and leg workout. So let's just do a few cat and cow stretches. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders, knees underneath hips. We're arching the spine one way, arching it the other. You can take any form you like here. I'm going to keep the toes curled under and just place my chest down a little bit. Opens up the feet. It also opens up your thoracic spine, your upper back. This is fluid, guys. This is just for you to move around a little bit. We want to take a little down dog. If you know what a down dog is, it's just a little inverted V. Sometimes it's comfortable, sometimes it's not. But instead of looking at the video, just move your body around a little bit. I'm just moving freestyle here because this is what I like to do. I like to move and segment my spine a little bit. So for me, rocking and rolling from a plank to a down dog suits me. But do any movement that feels good for you. Anything that moves your spine right now frees up the energy, softens your body. You could stretch the back of the leg. You could lie on the floor. You could take a nap. Anything that feels good. I like to keep my shoulders open. Wherever you are, just soften and breathe. The hard work is done. And when you find a place that feels good for you, that you can settle in for a few breaths, take it. You might want to hang down over your legs. I'm going to come to a little squat, and I'm just going to hold it here until the end. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Take care. Stay safe, guys.